Let's check it out.
Angel.
Joe, where you calling me from?
I'm calling from St. Louis, Missouri, currently.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Yes, by way of Fort Lauderdale, though. So,
Okay, Angel, St. Louis, Missouri. How old are you?
I'm 43 to be exact. 43.
43.
Hashtag.
43, a woman in her 40s. I've said this before and I'll continue to say it. As women age, they become bigger red flags. Why? Because here's the thing. Uh, Dating for women is easy. It's easy. So if it's so easy, why are you still single later on in life? Why are you still single later on in life? Because of you, one of either two reasons, major reasons that I always point out, could be both as well. Is one, you are attracted or you attract shitty men, or or you are hard to deal with. That is why you are still single in your later years. And guess what? That makes you a big red flag because you couldn't get the men that you wanted to settle down, and honestly, you constantly want shitty men, and or you're just hard to deal with. So no man has wanted to deal with you or locked you down.
Nene. Nene. 43 to be exact. You know, the Phaedra Nene thing? Never mind, whatever. Okay.
Shouts to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, girl.
Yes.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Gemini and I'm awesome. I'm funny. I'm cool. I'm fun. I'm not this. People hate us. I don't know why.
Well, I'm not.
I know you hate us too, Kendra.
I will say this. I just haven't had in my personal.
You know what I love about us, all of us? It's like we're family, right? We're friends. That's why I like I love it that one of the things that I'm building a community, whether it's small or big, that we're knowing each other. We are getting to know each other. I love that. I love how Elk and Y is like that. It warms my heart. Right? I love that.
Life. I didn't have good experience with Gemini men, and I think some women too. But overall, I will not use that as a way to, judge all Geminis.
Yes, 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 for
What
sure,
I
for
will say
sure.
with
The guys are
Geminis are you guys really are two different people.
definitely like I'm super nice, super cool, super fun. But if you make me mad,
No, that sounds like a Taurus. Like Taurus is we're super nice, super
I swear to God, I hate the whole astrology thing. This makes women sound so stupid.
fun, but then if you piss us off, you get the bull. A
yeah, yeah,
Gemini to me is you're literally you're just two people. Like you could like I feel like there's a part of you that is super Christian, and then the other part of you is crazy.
yeah,
So here's
yeah,
famous Gemini.
yeah,
Famous Gemini.
yeah, yeah, totally,
Kanye
totally.
West is a Gemini.
Yes,
Donald
Tupac.
Trump is also a Gemini, I believe.
Yes, the good people. Well, Donald Trump, but Kanye, Tupac.
Listen, Kanye, and I know Kanye in real life, he crazy as hell.
Yeah, and Chicago. I'm from Southern Illinois. I went to UIC. Kendra, you're the shit. I love you.
I love. Okay, well, I love you back. Okay, we'll leave you alone. But she's a good Gemini. She's a good Gemini. Let's keep going.
Yeah.
Angel, 43. You're a
Okay.
Gemini. You have any kids, honey?
I do. I have one. She is 15. And yeah, she just had her first lacrosse game tonight, and I'm waiting to pick her up from school. So
Okay.
I left the game and everything, and I came home. So I'm just waiting.
Okay. What do you do for a living?
Um, I do operations for an IT company, actually, that's based out of Chicago. I work remotely. So, yeah, I do operations basically,
Okay.
though. Yep.
So Angel, St. Louis, Missouri, 43 Gemini, mom to a
Yep.
15-year-old child, operations outside of Chicago, operations for IT company. Have you ever been married?
No, no.
All right, let's do it. So we got Angel, St. Louis, Missouri, 43 Gemini, mom to a 15-year-old child, does operations for IT company, never married.
Never.
What kind of man you looking for, girl?
Just somebody who is mature and ready. I think that one thing I say about myself is that I didn't rush into things. I mean, like I said, I'm from Southern Illinois. I moved to Chicago to go to college. I lived life. I had fun. I did all the things, and I've seen what I don't like and I've seen what I do like. And I just want somebody who's ready, who knows what they want.
Personal red flag. Women that I've seen live, I've lived life, and I've done it all. This is a thing where, honestly, women like that will get bored with you. Women like that wasted their time. So here's the thing. They're fine with wasting their youth, wasting their prime on selfish shit. Where whatever makes them happy, whatever makes them, you know, whatever. And then now that they're 43, they hit the wall. Woman that's 43, most likely you're getting a kid around her. Her beauty ain't that, it ain't that much. Uh, she's beauty is like at the tail end of her, of the beauty spectrum. She is more strong, independent mindset. The whole you ain't teaching this old dog, new tricks. She ain't gonna. She don't. She has attitude. She has her own mindset. She's not gonna care. Listen to your own shit. And she said it. If you can make her mad, yeah, she's gonna explode on you. She already has a built-in difficult personality. So this is a thing where it just that's why I hate it when women say, "Oh, live your life in the 20s." Great, live your life in the 20s. Guess what? That also comes with consequences. Where the men ain't dealing with that shit. Why am I meeting your high ass expectations, and what am I getting for that? You're older, less attractive, more aggressive, more combative, more argumentative, more annoying, more chaotic. I can't get a kid out of you. Um, you know, you have an ego. You're selfish. No, no. So very little value in women when they have such high expectations.
And they're willing to work for that. I want a man who is intentional, and just really is ready to go for what he wants and just move forward in life and not play the games, because I feel like that's just so prevalent, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the standards have went out the door, so these men don't got to work for stuff
tell her
anymore.
my daughter's game is over. She was JV, so I'm waiting for the varsity
Tell
game to be over.
tell who? Who am I telling this to?
Sorry, I know better because Kendra, I've been watching you since this started, and I should not be reading the comments. But first off, yes, I am a single mom, but I make more than people who have families together. And I also,
Who cares? This is the thing where, honestly, I can never understand. Women consistently flex their money. Your masculine traits is right there. How about flex your cooking skills? Flex your femininity. Flex how you treat men. No, no. You gotta flex your money. Flex your money means fucking what to men? Nothing. Are you gonna provide for a man? Are you providing for him? Are you the one who's gonna put a roof over his head? You gonna pay his bills? If you're not, your fucking money means nothing. I'm so tired of women flexing money. And then they demand man to have money. If you want a man to have money, then why does he give a shit that you have money? Great, you make more money than most families. Okay. Means what? Means what? What does that mean? Are you providing for a man? If you're not providing, you flexing that you can make more money than so many other people means what? Oh, it means that you don't need no man? Really? Really? You don't need no man to provide for you? Then you can be fine with a broke man. You can be fine with a man that makes 50K. But you're not. You're not. That's the stupidity. I swear to God. Yes, flex your house skills. Here's the thing. I have two men in the chat that are talking about them cooking for themselves. Okay? Cooking for themselves. He don't need your money. It's like he don't need your shit. So this is the thing. Now we have men that honestly see very little value in women right now. This is why, honestly, most men only see women as sexual value. That's it. That's all women provide for men. You have money. What does it do for men? You honestly, you have very little domestic skills too, because you don't care. It's like you don't care to do anything for men.
So I'm a single mom, but I take care of my child very well, so we're good. But her game is over, and I was waiting for the varsity game, so I came home and I've been watching Kendra's show, and so I'm just waiting to go pick her up. So don't play me. I'm that.
I'm still
So,
I'm still on the subtle shade of I'm a single mom, but I make more than you and your man, girl.
because I do. So
And that's the thing, okay? More and more men nowadays, especially in my personal opinion, the men that are truly valuable, personal opinion, okay? The men that are truly valuable, the men that honestly women want, because these men are providers. These men would be good, they will be beneficial to it. But men are going their own way. These are men that can provide. These are good men. These are men that honestly have their shit together. But because women are so selfish, women are so egotistical, women have such stupid high standards when honestly they have very low value. So a lot of men, a lot of good men, they're just doing their own shit. They're taking care of their feet. They can cook for themselves. They can clean for themselves. They can take care of their own life. Women are absolutely very useless, have very little value. And this is the problem. And this is the thing. Women are missing out on good men because they care about stupid shit. And then when men pretty much can be self-reliant, like my brother Y and my brother Elk, then what? Women then provide very little to good men. And I think that's a sad thing.
well, that's fine. That's okay. That's okay.
Y'all better stop playing with her, Angel. She told you at the top of the hour she was a Gemini. So you knew she had this side a part of her. So don't learn the lesson twice.
Yeah. So,
Let's keep going, girl. All right.
okay.
So I asked you what you wanted. What are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers are cheaters, liars, like the standard stuff. Obviously, I mean, like I was saying before, I think I was just trying to tee it up, but it's kind of like, I've seen a lot, so I don't have unrealistic expectations, but I don't want somebody who is just like, you are intent on lying. You meet the markers. You touch on the markers of narcissistic personality disorder. I don't need all that. I just want somebody who is really true and genuine, compassionate. I don't want somebody who's, like I said, having the baby mama drama. I'm 43 years old. I don't mind a YN, but I would prefer like somebody around.
You don't mind a young man. It's like, seriously. Are you even serious? I swear to God, are you even serious about
At my age, and men around my age are kind of like, they're hit or miss. They either want their age or they want younger. And I don't really want to play the games anymore. So the deal breakers are games. Lie.
you either want your age or younger? Yet you just said the same shit. You don't mind YNs, which is young men. You don't mind young men, and it's like you would date your age. It's like, what? You literally said you would do the same thing, but you can't deal with men that would do the same thing. It's like, are you crazy?
Basically.
Okay. Okay. No guy that wants to play games. What's the age range you want to date, Angel?
Probably around 35 to 50.
35 to 50. Okay. Um, should he? I'm trying to think. I can't even think of my own questions. Oh, should he make a certain amount of money? Because you already said you make more than these women and their man.
Listen, I'm reasonable. I would say anywhere from 70 to 100K is fine.
I'm reasonable. Okay.
I mean,
Is that reasonable? That's still above average. That's still above average. And this is the thing. This is the thing where women don't understand what they're saying. How about being true reasonable? True reasonable. Say that I want a man that has his own shit, has his own house, or has his own place to live, has his own car, transportation, uh, have no trouble paying his own bills. He's not begging for money. That is truly reasonable. That is being a productive adult. That's it. That's that's the bare minimum of being an adult. Have your own place to live, have a transportation, uh, being able to pay your own bills and not beg for money. Now that is reasonable. Yet women seriously don't ask that. They don't say that because that can be a man that makes 40, 50, or 60. Average men.
I mean, that's reasonable, I think.
I think
I just feel like I just feel like also though too, because you always say this in your things, like, is that where you are?
no,
Yes,
no, no.
that's where I am.
I don't
So
say that. Well, this is what I say.
Yeah, I mean, I like to go a little bit, just like I say 50 because I like to say it's just be a little bit generous.
Yes, we do ask that question. So let me say this. Yes, we do ask that question if you make that. What I will say is, and I understand this, and I always I want to convey this. I understand the logic. So it makes logical sense to me as a woman when a woman says, I make 100K, I desire him to make 100K, and that's what it is. And I get that from a logical standpoint. But then I have to go to the math equation point, right? So the math equation point is where the logic kind of gets washed away because there's just not a 100K guy for every
exactly.
woman that makes
Exactly.
100K. And then
Exactly.
also the man that makes 100K,
Doesn't want
he might not,
us.
yeah. See, the thing is, he's
Hmm.
not, I don't think anybody wants a bum to be, but that's not why he's dating for the most part. He's not checking salaries first,
Right.
whereas women.
Kendra,
So,
but Kendra, what I feel like, so, and I think that it sucks, unfortunately, but like, if you're on the lower end of that scale, right, then you have to act your way. It's almost like kind of like acting your wage. Like, you're like a regular guy. You can't act like the same way I'm saying that I'm okay with accepting this because, whatever. I feel like men should be the same way. And I just don't think that that's the case. There's a lot of people that, like, once a guy hits a certain pay range, he feels like he's better. Well, making $80,000, okay, yeah, you are, on the higher end of the scale, but for me, you're not. So it is what it is. I kind of feel like I, you it's like acting your wage. You can't act like you're all this when you're here.
Fine, okay. By the same logic, you're 43. You really can't get. You probably most likely can't get kids out of you. Most likely, you're older. You're not as attractive as when you were 23. So how about act your own beauty level? I'm sorry, 43. She's about a 4. She's a 4. She's borderline, borderline average, borderline average. So how about act your own attraction level? This is the thing where women can say men money. Okay, act his own financial status. But here's the thing: where's your value? What do you think men value you? Your beauty. And honestly, it's not that high. It ain't that high. That's the thing where women gotta understand. Your money doesn't increase your value in men's eyes. It doesn't. Your your youth, your womb, your beauty. Those are the values. Those are the values. Plain and simple. I mean, yes, for long term commitment, there's other stuff. But I mean, basically, that is one of your biggest values. Just like men's resources is his biggest values, but other little things can add and subtract to it as well. But his resources is his biggest value. And honestly, women's their beauty, their youth, their womb is their biggest value. Well, those are the determining factors.
So if you're at $80,000, okay, cool. As long as you're okay with that. And that goes back to the games. It's like, what do you really want? I don't know if that makes sense.
I think I understand. Well, I think everything is relative because to you, 80K isn't a lot, and that's fair. To another woman, it could be a lot, right? You know, who knows, right? Mm-hmm. So I think, you know, we all are living different experiences in this life, right? So we'll keep.
Yes. And you know what? To a man that makes 100K, you are probably a 2. But to a man that makes 40K, you are probably a 6. That's the thing. It's all relative. You got to understand where your level stands at. That's the thing where a lot of people don't understand, especially particularly women. They think they have money, it increases their value. You're not a man. That's the problem with women. Having money does not increase your value when you're a woman because men don't benefit from it. That's plain and simple. Men don't benefit from your money. So it does not increase your dating market value.
Keep moving. I mean, 70K, I think.
And that's the thing. It's true. What I said. Beauty is, it's honestly, yes, it's a trophy. It's a thing. But men are very visual. Now, I've always said this, okay? Looks get you to the door. Personality, your femininity, that gets you, that gets you the long-term relationship. But it's the value. I would say this: a woman that's a 7, but like she's like really shitty personality, yeah, it's gonna make her like a 3. That's definitely true. But just like you said, the beauty is no difference than the money. A man that makes 100K doesn't mean he's that great of a man.
If you make a certain amount, that wasn't a bad task. The only reason I sat there is because you said I'm not asking for a lot. And I do think we don't think of what the average income is. And these are kind of, I know it may not seem like it, but the men that fall into this category kind of are in the elites of their environment. So it may not seem like it because I got all the boss women that call me child. Yeah,
all the boss women. It's like all the boss women that are single mothers, that have no luck in dating. Very boss women. It's like, and this is the thing. We're seeing this more and more. Practically every video I have, these are single mothers that make over 100K. Seriously. It's like women have thrown away their femininity to follow the corporate ladder or focus on making money. And what has that gotten them? Still single in their later age, trying to look for a man.
I'm doing well, child. So I think that's where the stumbling block comes along. But I think this too. I think what people got to recognize is, and again, it's your life. You have
100% agree why. Personality is very rare. This is why I also say integrity, morality is rare in men that makes, over 100K. So plenty of beautiful women don't mean we have good personality women. There are men that make a lot of money. Doesn't mean these men are faithful or have integrity or morality.
To live it. I'm not even here to challenge you on it. Mm-hmm. But I think we have to recognize everybody doesn't get somebody. Now, not everybody ends up in a relationship. Like men don't always get a girl, women don't always get a man. So it's not like life is even and it's fair and you automatically are paired. It doesn't work that way.
No, you're right. And I was also thinking to myself, like, you have to be cognizant of just the circles that you run in, because at the end of the day, like, I could say, yeah, I don't mind a guy who makes 65,000 and he's doing well for himself and I'm working with him, like, because, we're wanting to work together. But then are you a threat because you're a little higher? Like, that's like you, Kendra, like going to date a guy that's like making 65,000. Like, he's going to be intimidated by you. or maybe even his friends, or you know what I mean?
I'll say this. And do I believe that that's like that doesn't happen? The intimidation. I wouldn't say that. But what I believe is the majority of the time, this whole thing that if a man makes less than a woman, he's intimidated, he's insecure. No, I think majority of the time, he's treated, he's viewed as less than. He's viewed as not because this is the thing. I said this to a friend of mine. Imagine the two scenarios. If to the same men, okay, he exactly the same personality, exactly the same personality. One makes, let's say, 200K. The other makes 40K. Two of the exact same man, but drastically different earnings. I guarantee you, the 200K man, she will listen and obey, or at the very least, be more respectful to him. Be more respectful to him. Him making because he makes 200K, while at the one that makes 40K, she won't really listen to his opinions. She won't be respect. She won't even view this man as an equal because in her eyes he's not an equal. And I think that's happens. I think that's the majority of the cases where it's not men are insecure, men are intimidated. It's that men are made to feel insecure. Men are made to feel intimidated by how you treat him, how you talk to him, how you talk around him, talk about him. That's the thing where a lot of women don't talk about.
I mean, those types of things you have to like you wonder like if a guy sees that you're doing better than him or whatever. Those That's just something that I worry about when it comes to what you make or what you do for a living, what circles you're in. Those are things that I'm cognizant of, but I just want the man to understand that and be self-aware is all I'm
So
asking.
I
Just
get
be
it.
aware.
Listen, I understand what you're saying, but all I say is that analogy, like sometimes your gift can be your curse. You could price yourself out, right? Like you could make so much money that the type of guy that has the character you desire might not be able to afford you, and that's real. And then the guy that might be able to afford you may not have the character. So it goes back to I understand again, logically, I understand everything you're saying. So I'm not really disagreeing. All I'm saying is if partnership is the end goal, you got to find a way to make adjustments outside of money. I will say, I think with this new dating, money has become one of the biggest factors because women are doing so well. It's so funny. I want to post this video. I saw an interview that Joe Budden did. Shout out to Joe Budden. He has a podcast with women. And I mean, excuse me, with people who are in relationships. And I think it was four couples. And the guy was talking and he was like, I'm not going to require her to do a prenup. You know, she might make
Mm-hmm.
more money than me. Like,
Right.
and in essence, she did. And in this
Right.
conversation, she was like, oh no, I will require a prenup. So the roles are reversing, right? So in that dynamic, we saw normally men are the one that has the assets, that has the money, and women partner with them. Where now it's changing, where there are women who are doing well. I don't know how much you're doing, but you seem like you're doing well.
You know, one thing I personally will my personal opinion is that I don't think I could ever get with a woman that makes more. Not because I'm intimidated or scared or whatever that shit. It's that, in my personal opinion, a woman will never respect you if she makes more than you. I honestly do not believe any woman. This is a personal opinion. I do not believe any woman on this earth can respect a man she makes more than. I don't believe it. I'm sorry. I've yet to see it. Personally, I've yet to see it. So I would never get with a woman that makes more than me. It's just, and it's not because I don't want to. I would gladly. I do not mind how much a woman makes. I don't. But the problem is, I have so much self-respect that I would not get with a woman that makes more than me because I know in in my heart of hearts that this woman will look down on me. She will disrespect me, even though she thinks she loves me or she says she loves me, how she treats me, I guarantee you it will be disrespectful. I guarantee you it will be slights. It will be she will talk to her friends or whatever, her family. It's just like there will be a bit of disrespect in her voice. So yeah, I can't ever do it.
So
Yeah.
now if you date a man who does less than, you might be the one concerned with a prenup. So
Yep.
now we have the manhood we got to figure out, right? How does that man feel? So one thing I've been taught by men is if a man can't feel like a man with you, he's going to be with the woman that makes him feel like a man, right?
Yep.
So if you're too expensive, he can't afford you, then it just is what it is. This is why sometimes you might see, you be like, why is this man with this girl? And you think all these things are so amazing about you. Maybe you're just too expensive for him. You
Exactly.
never know. Right.
Yep.
But either way,
They getting
either
tired
way.
of me, Kendra, but whatever. I don't care about the
What
comments.
happened?
I said they getting tired of me, so I don't care about the comments though.
Oh, okay. I didn't see. Um, you're okay. Let's keep going. So 70, 100K. Let's do the Kendra can.
Okay.
I can't see
I'm wearing all
your
black.
legs. Okay, okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look, you're in shape. No way. That's why you.
I work out.
That's why you
I work
pulled
out.
up. That's why you pulled up
Yeah, I'm
sweatshirt.
wearing this big sweatshirt. Yeah. So,
What's the age range you want to date?
35 to 50.
Okay, 35 to 50. So you will go younger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Should he be in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri?
No, no, he can be, like I said, because I am from this area, the St. Louis area, Southern Illinois. But obviously, like I said, I have roots in Chicago and Fort Lauderdale, Miami area as well. So I'm fine. Whatever.
Okay. What was your last relationship?
Um, like 2017. 2017. It's been a while.
Okay.
It's been a while.
You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
October.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
Um, I have to work on um giving people the benefit of the doubt. Like I'm very like strict, very hard. I think just because of what I've been through, I kind of like I'm very jaded. And another thing that
I've said that too. I said that another thing why older women are red flags. Whole jadedness, it's very unattractive. It really is. It just makes relationships just it doesn't make relationships all that happy. My personal opinion. Getting with women that are jaded are honestly is it's annoying. It really is.
kind of ties into that, so I guess this would be a second one, is that I don't um I just don't want to deal with anybody, like any drama. I don't want to deal with anything. Like I want everything to be perfect as it comes to me, and I know that that's not right. I think that I've been through so much that like I'm kind of like, okay, if you're not perfect, then I don't want to deal with you. So that's probably keeping me single. But so yeah, so those are two, and then a third one. I don't
Well,
know.
what's perfect, Angela? Let me ask you a question, because it seems like you have like financially you can take care of yourself, so that's good, right? Are you if you had to do the rest of this life by yourself and just had a friend here and there, are you okay with that?
Yes,
Okay.
I would be. And I think I'm that's probably my third one. I'm way too comfortable being single. I've been single for so long, and I've just gotten to the point where
Stay single. I honestly don't believe. This is why there are just like the men movement, right? Men that go their own way, the MGTOW. Men just honestly just stay single. I honestly believe women that are jaded, that are doing well in life, they're happily single. They're better off just being single. Because honestly, I don't believe that they are to be in the dating market. Uh, the men that they want don't want them. The men that would want them, they don't want. That kind of tells you that you don't qualify for the dating market because you can't get the men that you want, and the men that you don't want, well, you don't want them. So really, you're better off single. You're better off doing situationships. This is why I've said it. Every time there's an older woman on Kenji G's show, I've said it. You're better off single, stop dealing with men, or you're better off just doing situationships. Because honestly, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. This is why older men go for younger women. This is why older men go for younger women. Because honestly, it is a headache to get with older women. It is a headache. So it's better off getting with the younger women where hopefully you're not dealing with that headache. Or this is why there's a growing group of men honestly just doing passport bros.
I'm like, whatever. I can take you or leave you. So I want you to be perfect, and I know that that's wrong. I know
What's
that that's not
perfect?
right.
Okay, so what's your definition of
Exactly.
perfect?
Perfect meaning like you don't do anything wrong, nothing ever happens. There's never any, you know what I mean? Like there's never any negative things that happen. I get everything I want. Like it's all about me. And I know that that's wrong. I know that that's not right, but it's just that like I find myself giving, you give, and then what ends up happening is like they play you. And so you're like, well, what did I give all that for?
Well, okay, two things can be true, right? I do think, ladies, at times, you probably should pull back on giving so much so people can earn it, right? But obviously, you do know it's not good to expect somebody to be perfect because no one's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. So we can't expect perfection from somebody else when we don't even live it to perfection. And then, secondly, you said something like you want everything. Not only should he be perfect, everything goes perfect. And this is why I always tell y'all you got to get you relationship friends and marriage friends, because see, if you just stay on social media all day, you're only going to see the good times to relationships and marriages. But relationships and marriages, they go through things. They just have decided to go through it together. So
Exactly.
I think sometimes single people have unrealistic expectations from people in relationships because they just don't know or have a lot of friends in those dynamics. So I think y'all definitely don't just focus on social media. It's the highlight reel. Get you in real life, real
Exactly.
time, because they will tell you real things in real life in real time off of social media. They will never put it on social media, as they shouldn't. But I
Right.
think if the facade is washed away from marriages, well, the perfection facade
Yeah.
is washed away from marriages and relationships, more single people can then get in them because they will
Yes.
know the truth.
Exactly. That's totally true. And I'm not so obtuse to where I don't think that relationships go through things. I do, but I just think I've been single for so long that I'm unless I must be really over you, like, head over heels over you for me to be willing to do
No,
that. Do you see what I'm saying?
that's why I asked you, because here's the deal, and I say this in this just in the math equation. Everybody doesn't get somebody. So like every woman
Yep.
won't get a partner, every
I
guy
agree.
won't get a partner. And I think you should always be okay if that doesn't happen for you, because all you got is me, myself, and I
Yep.
at the end of the day. And you might know yourself. There are some people who just don't belong in relationships, and that's okay too. I'm not
Yep. Agree.
person that feels like a relationship defines you. No, like you have to be who you are, and you got to learn how to live this life to the fullest. If
Same.
it's just you, because that's all you got
Yep.
to work. That's all. That's all. That only person
Uh,
guaranteed is you. And then when you
yeah.
are no longer guaranteed, that's because you with Jesus.
Right. Exactly. And I just feel like too. I just been
Are you? Why are you talking about me? Did I got a haircut? Yeah. If you're talking about me, I got a haircut.
dating and I've been in relationships, been out of relationships. I'm at the point where I'm comfortable. I'm fine. But I would like somebody. I definitely would. And I'm willing to do the work. But listen,
Okay.
you
Thank you. Why? You are amazing. Thank you.
got to meet me.
All right, we got to keep
So
it
anyway.
going. Are you one of the Kendra G singles?
I've said this before. This is why, as women age, just become bigger red flags. You're better off just doing situations. Plain and simple. I've said this before. Women prove me right more often than not. You're better off just doing situations. What do you guys think?